All right, so this is week 4. I think it's week 4. This week was not my best. I gotta say, I gotta get back to what I get to do when I'm traveling, because I was going all week, literally 7 days, and my body shows it. So check it out. Skip to the end if you just want to see the reveal. All right, I'll see you in a sec. Hey, welcome to week 4. If you're watching, you know that I am on this journey again. So I'm gonna, be straight with you guys. I lost about 120 pounds 7-8 years ago. And over last year, actually over the end of last year, I gained 30 pounds back. So this is my journey to lose those 30 pounds fast as a mom of 4. So why does this matter to you? Well, why it matters to you is because I'm showing you what I'm doing as a 44-year-old mom of 4, and you can try it too. If it works for me, I figure it can work for you. All right, so let's get this thing going, all right? So each week I'm trying to share tips and show you all what I'm doing. All right, so this is week 4. I'm looking to lose the 30 pounds in 8 weeks, all right? I'm down about 10 so far. I was down 10 last week also, but so let me share what happened, right? This week, I was out. Right? I don't know if you heard, I hosted a retreat, like it was a full-blown event and did all these things. You can watch it here on YouTube and stuff like that too. But I hosted an event, so I was traveling the entire week. I left home, went to Orlando, Florida, and hosted this big event. It was really cool, really fun, and I wasn't working out like I normally do. My eating was not 100%, and self-care was inexistent. All right, I just did a whole video last week on self-care. You can check that out here, but I did the entire video sharing self-care tips, and then went on this trip and I didn't do anything self-care. Okay, so I mean, just ridiculous, right? So here's the plan for this week. Well, let me share what I did this week. So I'm gonna pop in some videos here. We had a really great time. This event is exactly what I wanted. I was able to bring a bunch of wellness professionals together and share tips and strategies on health and on business and all these things. It was really, really cool. And I stayed the exact same weight. My size looks exactly the same way. So when I do the reveal, which is, every week I take off the shirt and I compare it to last week or compare it to the first week, you'll see if you compare this week to last week, it's the same. Okay, so I'm gonna share that. That's the first thing I'm gonna tell. All right, so I mean, y'all know I'm pretty transparent. If you don't know me, let me quickly introduce myself. Ileka Falette, and I already told you, mom of 4, lost 120 pounds, and then, last year gained about 30 back. I began helping women on their health journey for the last 7 years, had a great time with it, and I love sharing what I'm doing here on YouTube. So follow me, like, subscribe, all the things, comment, let me know how you're doing too, all right? Because we get to do this together. So anyways, let me show you what I did this week. This week, I tried to stay mostly good on my eating. So if we had a meal where it was like chicken Alfredo or whatever, I didn't eat the noodles. I just picked the chicken off and then I put it over a salad. So I was really, really good, right? And then the last day of the event, the chef made brownies. Not just any brownies, but King Arthur's gluten-free brownies. And if anybody's been following me for a while, those are my favorite brownies. So I had like 2 or 3 brownies, right? And there goes the whole thing, right? I was doing well and whoop. So that's why there's no weight loss this week. But I will tell you, we had a great time. I didn't get as much exercise in. I did work out once while I was there. I went walking one time while I was there, and I got on the bike as soon as I got home. So I did do some movement, right? And we did a lot of dancing and having a good time. We had karaoke. We had a great time, but it wasn't the best for my wellness journey. I did the best that I could. And so I want to share with you guys, when you do travel on these events, like if you're on this journey, you don't have to stop everything because you travel, right? I remember when I'd lost weight before, when I first lost the weight, and I went on a trip. Every time I go on a trip, I would literally gain 10 pounds or more. Every single time. It didn't matter how short the trip was. It could be a weekend trip. I gained 10 pounds. And so I was like, okay, why do I feel like every time I go on a trip, I gotta act a flying fool, eat everything there is? And when I realized it was because I felt like I was on a diet. Because I was on a diet, whenever I would go, I would jump off the diet and do whatever I wanted, eat all these crazy things. And then I'd come back and my knees would be hurting, I'd be in pain, and I wouldn't feel good. Well, now I'm shifting that. So this week when I went on the trip, I was still conscious of what I was putting in my body, right? Conscious of what I was eating, and I stayed relatively on plan. So when I came back, and I didn't feel like I missed anything either, right? So when I came back, I was the same size, right? Same weight. I didn't lose anything. But the good news is I didn't gain 10 pounds either. I was gone a whole week and I didn't gain 10 pounds, right? I stayed the same. And that for me is a win. So as you're planning your trips, you know, summer's coming, spring is coming, spring break's coming. We have these trips throughout the year, holidays, all those things. We get to be just conscious of what we're doing so that we stay on track. Maybe we don't lose weight on the trip, but at least we don't gain. So for me, that meant going for walks as opposed to being in the gym lifting, right? For me, that also meant just picking out what I was eating and being conscious of it. So I'm not out here with a whole bowl of chicken Alfredo. Instead, I'm just eating the chicken and putting it over some lettuce or something, right? Over a Caesar salad or whatever. So I'm still conscious of how I'm eating and what I'm putting in my body. And that allowed me to stay on plan. So I didn't gain weight, but I didn't lose. All right. So those are kind of my tips for when you're traveling and you're wanting to stay in shape. We had so much fun, but I didn't want being on the road, traveling, and especially at an event where I'm showcasing entrepreneurs, right? I didn't want to be at this event and be eating crazy, a bunch of candy and snacks. I mean, there were snacks everywhere, right? I didn't want to be doing that and then gain a bunch of weight. So when traveling, the main key, the main tips are to really watch what you're putting in your body, right? So meaning you can eat, but still be conscious of, am I eating because I'm hungry? Am I eating because it's here, right? And when you think about that, then you will eat based on what you need, right? What your body needs as opposed to just because it's there. That's tip number one. Number two, get out and move where you can. So we were dancing, we were doing karaoke, we were partying. That was exercise. Got up and walked most mornings. That was a form of exercise. And I was able to get in the gym at least one of the days. That was a form of exercise, right? So we were able to still do something, right, for movement. Self-care, I didn't really do it, right? I did some visualization. I did a little bit of meditation at night, but I didn't do my normal. If you watch my video from last week, you'll see I have a ritual, you know? I have things that I do every morning, middle of the day, and then in the evening. And I was not doing that. So just keeping, being mindful of these things will allow you to stay on track even while on vacation, right? And that's what becomes really, really important. All right, so wanted to share that. Now I'm gonna do the reveal and we'll go from there, all right? All right, let me move that back. All right. So now, let me do the reveal. All right. All right, so here we go. It's probably about the same as last week. Here's the front, side, back, side, and front again. All right, so that's it. That's where I am a week after vacation, all right, or the day after vacation, all right? So I'm gonna keep going, keep moving, and stay on this journey because it's very important, right? We get to choose our health. We get to be healthy, we get to be happy, we get to live freely, and we get to, go on vacation and not gain weight. That's a huge win, right? I'm gonna call this week a win. Even though I didn't lose weight, I also didn't gain weight. My knees don't hurt because I didn't go back to eating a bunch of sugar and a bunch of crap, right? Had brownies one day, but that was it, right? So my knees don't hurt, my knees feel good, my back feels good. I went to the chiropractor this morning. There was no additional pain, nothing extra, and that, again, huge win. All right, so go ahead and comment below. Let us know some of your huge wins and go ahead and subscribe. Check us out next week as well because we're continuing on this journey. Remember, we get to lose the weight fast. We get to feel good about it. We get to keep it off for good this time. All right, I'll talk to y'all soon. Have a great day.